Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today we're just going to continue on our project that we were working on in the weekend, our weekend project of course, and that's for our friend Terahdra. This is another one of his shirts that we like to wear. I actually stole this as Pop's. Hope he don't mind. He'll see it in editing. And I just wanted to show you, he actually has a logo, the one I showed you on the gray shirt, and we really wanted to be able to stitch that out in the center of the quilt to be able to, you know, make this as memorable to him as it is to us to be able to make it. So with the the Creative Studios software that comes with the long arm, this big machine that comes with the computer and everything else, it has a software that you can go and implement a photo, and Pop will probably put it in there somewhere, and you can see what we used as a reference to be able to stitch this, one of his logos out. He's got a couple. So, but this was the one that we liked the most, and this is just a sample. Okay, it's got Dogs of War, I'm assuming, and then the shield with the T for Terahdra, and then the ribbon, and then Terahdra in the name of the ribbon. And there's much more. There's lots of little swirly whirlies going on here, but you know, the main point was to get the main part of the logo to be able to stitch out. So that's what we've done via the software, and Mr. Walt is going to stitch it all up. So now that we know that the tester works, we're going to be happy to set this up. So, oh, 1 second here. Forgot it wasn't in the right page. There we go. So there is a few jump stitches to this. As it's going along, it's going to do the ribbon first, and I was stitched it out or sectioned it out as to draw the boundary that I only wanted it to stitch in this white area. I have a very lovely blue thread, as I think that complements him the most. So, and it would show up quite nicely on this white. Now you have to think, with Pop, he had to go implement the photo into the software and be able to trace all the lines that I want him, Walt, the machine, to stitch out. So we spent a few hours discussing what we liked, what we didn't like, what we wanted to be able to highlight, and then Pop even stepped it up more by putting the Dogs of War in it, so, which I love. So it's going to do the ribbon first, and then it's going to work on the T of Terahdra, and then you'll see how Pop scheduled it out to go across each letter, and then back down around again, and then do the E, the center for the E, and then center for the A, and the D, and the other A. So, okay. So we're just going to lock those stitches. Even though you heard Walt, he did his little locking stitches there. I want to make sure I'm bringing thread up from the bottom and hitting the next section. So it's going to work on the T. And I did you can see a nice beautiful zigzag stitch out on this quilt pattern, just because I thought it would not hide the stars. I didn't want to hide the stars. I want the stars to stand out. You know, I find him as a 4-star entertainer, so, you know, hence the 4-star quilt. Okay, so now I'm just going to, instead of breaking threads, I'm actually just going to hit the next button. It's just going to pop to where it's going to start the E and work across the top. Okay. Doesn't take very long, and you soon see his logo being stitched up. So it's just that simple. If you had a logo that you wanted stitched out on the center of something, you know, we have 2 feet at least as in width here, and the length of, you know, 118 or 116 inches. You name it, we could do it. If you do shows or something like that, need something for the front of your table, that would be fun. We can quilt you up something nice. It'd be nice to have something, your name quilted in something beautiful. Yeah, you can really see how his name starts to pop up there. All right, now I will break threads after this because it's going to pop into the center of the E, and then it's going to pop over to the A and the D and the A again to be able to finish this all off. So I will break the threads here. We're just going to put those off to the side. It's not a lot, but it just does a little circle just to emphasize that yes, that is an E. And let's stop. A couple extra little locking stitches. And away we go. Let's go do the A. And I'll just tuck in those threads afterwards. All right. And then the D, it gets right into position. And then it's going to start on the shield once we get this last little A done here. Okay. And it's just how the software, you can use the software to work for you to make unique items for people. You know, family name, a family tree, obviously a business logo. Okay, and then it'll stop. There. We've got a couple of jump stitches here. Try and deal with them the best I can. I'm going to lock these ones, trim them close because they'll get overlapped. Okay. Here. So you want to make sure those got overlap there. Lock it. There we go. And then it's going to do the T on the inside. And then each dog of war is separate. Though once completing the first dog, we just flipped it via the software and placed it properly in the logo. So they are exactly the same, just they are flipped as the way they are in his image. Okay, now on to the first dog. Oops. There we go. Okay, and I think I just continued on that one. Yeah, because it went right to the next spot for some reason. It was a weird little jump on that one. But that's okay. It finishes it off. It just looks so good when it's finished, you know. In a few hours, I mean, I'd say this whole total project, I still probably have about another hour and a half to go between trimming it and putting the binding on. And then, of course, it's got to get in the mailbox. But I'd say the total hours, probably about 25. And that's including Pop's time on doing his design. So, and that was probably about 5 hours. But well worth it in our eyes, for sure. Had a lot of fun. You got to think everything, every stitch has to be placed, right, to outline the image. Actually, this is one of my favorite parts of the tail. The whole, well, I guess that's the outside. It comes back in, it does a little more detailed line of the inside of the tail. Like you can really tell the fur of the dog tail. I really like that. It's my favorite. It's almost done. Got to do another one right over here. Alright, now for the second one. Alright. Perfect. That looks so good. I'm so happy with it. So it's a little bit bigger than what we stitched out on here because I wanted to make sure even if compacted, it still would give the detail. And I was able to stretch it out just a little bit to fit in this the square area here, which is, 9, 9, 9, and 9. So, 18 by 18, I guess you would say. Or less than because of the seam allowances. So, a 17 by 17 square. And it's hard to be able to try and figure out where I wanted this to be placed because I didn't really want it to have a top or a bottom or a center or otherwise. But when you put a logo in the center, it really kind of determines which way this quilt sits. So I have a big, huge strip of orange at the top for the backing of this quilt, and then I have 2 panels of another North Cot, very similar to this, but it's the one with the triangles. We've used it for a couple of other projects, and then I have another big strip of white. So it's very unique on the back as well as the front. So hopefully, if it gets bored on one side, you can flip it over. And it's still unique. There's not another one out there. Nope. This is a #1 original. We're almost there. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so pleased with it. Excellent job on getting the machine, the software to work for you, Pop. He's so amazing with that. I can't. He's got the skills. I got nuns. Almost there. Oh, it's so pretty. Here's hoping he likes it as much as I like it. And I stitched the zigzag or the kind of sawtooth sort of thing, and a silver, like a silver gray. I think actually it was cool gray #3 for the back and the front. So I didn't want to pick too bright of a color. I really just wanted the stars to stand out the way they should. So, all right, there we go. Here's hoping Mr. Terahdra likes his quilt. So thank you very much for watching, liking, and subscribing, and checking us out on Facebook and Patreon. And if you want to join the Mafia group, you just have to answer a few little questions, just so we know when you're not a robot. And we're happy to hang out with you on the weekend, where we're going to continue working on our prism quilt, which is paper piecing. We've done all the paper piecing part. We just got to put it all together. So very excited for this. So take care, everybody. Big hugs from the Mom Pop Quilt Shop, and we'll see you soon. Enjoy the day. All right. Bye-bye.